Want to know the secret to social confidence? What has truly helped me really improve the way I speak, the way I behave around people, just my overall charisma. It's a solution that I believe is so simple, yet most people still don't understand. Literally, when I say this to people, they look at me as if I was crazy for it, but this works so freaking well that I think you should know this too. And I'm gonna give you an example to back that up, right? Because around a year ago, I remember I was in this shopping mall the other day, and as I was about to go to the train station to get my way back home, I remember there was a girl on the other side of the mall, right? And I'm thinking to myself, shit, I kind of want to talk to her. But what happens in that exact moment when I think of walking up to her is I feel this almost flow of fear going through my body. It happened almost instantly. I remember as soon as I thought, literally as I got the thought of walking up to that person, it froze me completely. And to this day, this is one of my favorite stories to tell when I talk about social anxiety, right? Because once I was around people who I felt comfortable with, right? I could just pretty much do whatever the fuck I want. I didn't really care. But when it was around somebody who I didn't have this trust, that's when it would hit me. And I remember I spent a solid few minutes just thinking to myself, right? Okay, should I do it or not? Do I really want to do it, right? This overthinking state. But after a solid few minutes of just standing there like a wall and not knowing what to do, I just said, screw it. I said, screw it, let's do it. Why not? I forced my feet to walk to her direction, right? Keep in mind, throughout all of this, I am still experiencing that fear that I just talked about. But I proceed to walk anyways, whilst feeling the fear. I walk towards her, right? And what I was thinking in my mind is, okay, I'm just gonna walk towards her. And if I bitch out, I'm just gonna tilt sideways, as if I wasn't walking up to her, right? But what I really said to myself is screw it. I said, fuck it, there's no risk to it. I walked up to her. It was so embarrassing, right? I sounded like a like a 5-year-old kid who just lost his mom at the mall. That's like the energy that I gave off, right? I walked up to her and I just said something in the lines of, yeah, I saw you and I thought you were really cute. Can I get your number? It was so embarrassing, right? I think I actually asked for her Instagram or Snapchat, but even though I was awkward as fuck throughout it, right? I asked her, she said yes somehow. After that, it was as I gave her the phone to fill it out and everything, pure silence. After that, it was almost pure silence, literally just bullshit small talk, right? Besides that, complete silence. But I mean, hey, I somehow still got the Instagram and Snapchat, so I mean, I've somehow pulled it off still, but I've never felt just so much cringe throughout my body. It was embarrassing. I never ended up texting her again, but just from the layer of cringe alone, right? But compare this story that I just gave you to a few months ago, around 2 months ago, I believe, right? When I met up with a friend of mine, we planned this meetup for a long time. I remember. He's a friend who's also on YouTube. He does self-improvement. We just correlate very well. And he just so happened to live a few kilometers away. You know what? Fuck it. Whilst I'm talking about it, I might as well give him a shout out. Shout out to Darken, bro. I'm gonna put up his link in the description. That's irrelevant though, right? We planned this meetup for a long time. And once we actually did it, that was the highlight of the day. Once we actually saw each other, met up, we went to the gym, and after we were done with the workout, which took us quite a bit, right? Around 2 hours, I believe. When we walked out of the gym and we went to the mall. Funny enough, to make the story even better, this was the same mall from the previous story, right? Just a little Easter egg on top of that. And as we were walking through this mall, right? Just just window shopping pretty much, just looking at what they got. I see that there are 2 girls walking to our direction. I think they were giving out leaflets or something like that, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, they were hanging out leaflets for a one-time free gym enter, right? So if you get this and you walk up to that one gym there, you can do a workout for free. And as they walked up to us and they asked us about it, we tell them, yeah, we already hit our workout literally just a few minutes ago. And I kind of used that to start a conversation, right? But in my mind, I didn't give a shit. Because I was still so excited that I finally met my bro over there, right? So I wasn't even thinking about it. My mind was completely detached. So I just kept talking to them, right? Like whatever, smack talk, blah, blah, blah. And then like she asked me for my number to like fill out the thing, right? So that I can like show up later and get another workout there for free, right? And I just told her something in the lines of, this is also a little bit cringe, right? Not gonna lie, but she asked me for my number and I said something in lines of, oh yeah, if I'm getting your number, you gotta give me your Snapchat. And it was like something in the lines of that, right? I mean, it was in Polish, which is my home language, so of course it sounded a little bit differently. But as I said that, right, I just saw her like kind of like blushing in disbelief. She seemed pretty excited. I didn't give a fuck. But like genuinely, my mind was completely detached from that moment. But I did it anyways. And I felt zero pressure while I was doing it, right? And sure enough, after I got all that, yeah, I got an Instagram, whatever. This is the solution. You have to stop caring. Those were the beginnings. Detach your mind completely from that event, right? And this is the part that people don't understand, right? How am I supposed to not care about it, right? Just don't. Just don't. Because our minds operate differently when we are in this like fight or flight mode, in this anxious state, versus where we don't care in the slightest. They're completely different, right? It's like, it's so hard to explain to somebody who just can't break that barrier, right? But your anxiety makes you think that there is a danger when you want to walk up to that person, right? It's like when you get this spike of adrenaline through your body, now you feel fear. And your body's trying to convince you that you shouldn't do that thing because it thinks that there's a risk involved. But what you need to realize is, even if you get rejected by that girl, or even if you embarrass even if you embarrass yourself, your life will be still the same as it was before it happened. In pretty much 99 of the cases, even though your mind's going to convince you that it is the case, your life's still going to be the same. If you walk up to this random girl in public and you ask for a number and she like rejects you or whatever, guess what? You're back to square one. You didn't lose anything. Your life is back to normal, right? And when you are able to just detach yourself from that moment, that's when you actually make the most of that progress, right? And funny enough, just a few minutes ago, I came back from a basketball tournament. I already made a video about it yesterday, which last year, I had to work really, really hard to actually make it to the team, right? Guess what happened when I ended up playing my first game? I embarrassed myself completely. I remember I missed a wide open layup. No, I think it was... I'm trying to articulate the story into English real quick, right? Hold up, give me give me a minute. Yeah, I remember I was underneath the rim and they passed me the ball to like start to play. But this other like toothpick skinny guy, right? Suddenly he pulls up out of nowhere. He pushes me out of the way completely, takes the ball away from me, scores the bucket on top of me, and by the time they give me the ball again, it's the end of the quarter. It's the end of the game. I embarrassed myself completely, right? I was so stuck in my mind. I was so occupied, right? It was my debut game. I kept thinking about it as if it was like the biggest shit in the world. This year, I only went on like 2 or 3 practices and they still put me on the team, right? And whilst I didn't really play that much today, I don't know, we're still gonna play another game next week, I didn't care. The one quarter where I actually stepped on the court, I didn't give a fuck. Honestly, my mind was, once again, detached from the event completely. And sure, I didn't play like I wasn't a top performer, I'm still a fucking bench warmer, but you get the narrative. The way your mind works when you're in a situation like this, it's completely different than when you are scared versus when you just don't care. You just stop caring, right? And what truly helped me just get rid of this anxious state is to face it more often. It is to face, imagine this. It's like you're staring death with a smile, like literally walking towards it, right? When you feel this fear, feel it to the fullest. Make the most of that feeling. Try to familiarize yourself with it so that next time you feel the same way, it's like you know how to deal with it. And then the next time it happens, you feel less fear and less fear and less fear. That's how you get used to things. It literally just comes down to this. You can shit on me in the comments all you want. It genuinely just comes down to letting go. letting go of all of these negative emotions you have in your mind and just living. We spend most of our lives, okay, maybe not most, right? But we spend a major part of our lives in our heads versus that we actually do in real life. This is the scary part, right? You gotta break out of your mind. And once you are able to, life just becomes 10 times better, honestly. Like having this sense, this feeling, knowing that you can walk up to any person in the world and ask for whatever you want, it's gotta be one of the best feelings in the world. Honestly, I'm so grateful I spent a little bit of my time just improving my anxiety and just getting rid of it. That's pretty much it, honestly. I hope you found value in this video. And if you want to talk to me directly, while hanging around a community that actually understands your struggles and experiences, please join the Discord server. I can assure you that you won't find a better community than us anywhere else. Trust me, we're a very active community. We're a brotherhood. We literally look out for each other like real people. Plus, we do weekly calls, right? So you'll get dozens of opportunities to talk to me directly. But you do you. Discord is free anyways, right? So you can click all the videos if you want. You can subscribe as well. If you made it all the way here, comment the word scissors. That's the first thing that I was able to get in my hands. All right. Keep working, brother. Take care.